Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it is a good morning. A fresh start, a new start of the day. Today's topic is simply going to be about compassion. And compassion comes from love. And yeah, I don't know, it's and obviously what is going on in the news is something I don't really need to talk about necessarily, because I don't really like, how can you say, my ego, like, it loves to just, oh wow, if I just see it, it starts to really, really start to point and blame and label and all this stuff that I know that is really not the whole big picture of what I am. And yeah, in a way, yeah, I'm gonna do my morning talk this morning, and my mind wants to say something so I can relieve people or something, but I'm just gonna share how I basically how I'm feeling from the extreme of love and hate and all that. Love, I've been speaking about, love is unconditional. It's so, I do not hate. I do not hate because if I have hate in my heart, I maybe feel like I'm coming from lack. But I have like, love is love, and it's not conditional. And so, when you see people that are coming from a position of hate, they have lost themselves, and they're looking outside of themselves for a peace and understanding of who they are, and it's huge, and it can be huge, and it can be overwhelming, and one wants to respond. But today I just want to simply talk about myself in the respect of my relationship to this situation, which isn't quite easy in a way. See, I think, I watch the news very, very seldom, and sometimes I go a long time without reading about it, and we've learned that we have to pay attention to it and see it. And anyhow, I'm here, and it's really, the world seems to be going crazy, and it's madness and all of that. So, and I feel I need to talk about it. But what I'm going to talk about simply is what I can do, and maybe inspire you to do authentically for yourself. What can we do for the world? Like, what can we do immediately, instantaneously for the world, for ourselves? We can act out of selfishness. To act about, like, every moment of my day is focused on sharing and being loving and unconditionally loving, and giving out what I want to get back from the world. And I feel like, when I feel like that is the best thing I can do in this moment. And I can share, and I can give, and I can recognize that people who have hatred in their heart, they feel as they are simply coming from a position of lack, a position of not knowing how miraculous, how amazing, how incredible they are, not their conditioned mind to say, I have the answers, you are wrong, you're wrong, 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 wrong. All of that is like, the media it stirs up this shit, and it's trying to perhaps, you know, like, I don't know, separate us, and we are not separate from each other. We are all one. And so, you know, I mean, simply, like, you know, there are parts as we grow, as I grow in myself, I realize that my conditioned mind rises with hatred within myself, or it has, you know, over time, where I suffered, and I, you know, I didn't like parts of myself, where I tried to people please. All of these things are so related, because in a way, you know, it's like, if you know, love is unconditional. And as I said, as I relate to myself, I love every part of myself, so I can rise above my unconditioned mind that says that I need to be this to get this, you know. And when you're trying to get something, like, you know, so you can feel better, so someone needs to change so you can feel better, that is coming from a position of lack, my friends. And like, that's what I feel, coming from a position of lack. You are not coming from a position of lack. You are love. Just that, man. You are love, and that's just the most amazing thing to feel. And to recognize that you are that, and to give that out, because we all are needing this at the moment, it seems. And I'm certainly giving it to myself, so I can give it away, so I can recognize that we can have compassion and forgive people for they know not what they do, simply because they're lost, and they're trying to get something on the outside of them to make themselves feel better, and they think that they have the right answers. And it becomes hatred and judgmental and labels. And when we label and judge people, we are simply, all of us are not realizing the full potential within ourselves, that we do not need to label and judge, because that's simply what we do to ourselves, and we project it out into the world. We need to stop the labeling and the judging and look and focus on love. And love is all encompassing, and we are not coming from a position of lack. And I am here to just to share with you that what can we do in this world? What can we change in this world? We can change ourselves, and just respect and be peaceful, and show love and compassion to each other in the tiniest, littlest ways, are so incredibly powerful, and that intention can change the world. The biggest movement I read and I realized is what is happening right now, also within humanity, which we're not focused on, is how consciousness is we are rising in consciousness. There's a huge movement that's not getting any media, it's not getting any play necessarily, and there are so many people speaking out about this, and I feel I want to share that, and just, you know, realize that we have that possibility within ourselves. I don't know. We are not our thoughts. We are not our stories. We are not our histories. We are love, and we can give that away and not be scared of giving that away, because conditions do not have to be in place and perfect for you to feel and love yourself, because hatred is Yeah. A dead end. It means you're lacking something within yourself. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to be in the moment. I'm gonna be mindfulness. I'm really affected by it, about it, and I'm speaking about it, all this hatred. But I'm gonna let my thoughts or my conditioned mind or my ego, I'm gonna let it pass, and I'm going to be in my moment, and I'm gonna share, and I'm gonna give, and because that's seems to be what I get back, and I feel that, and I feel the love in my heart for everybody and everything. It's not conditional. It's not conditional. Thank you for being with me this morning, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you. I love you so much. I love you, all my friends. Everybody. I love, 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 love.